go.
Hello there. Welcome to Comics League Dark, the premier news show for the Comics League Network. First off, I want to make sure you guys are having a good day and feel welcome. So let's say hello to the people. What's up, Hal Jordan and Brightest Day and Blackest Night? No evil shall escape my sight. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought on that one, but whatever. But what's up, Taladia? What's up, Brown? Yes, we have a great show in line for you people today. So, those of you that were, so I'm going to bring in the guys, but so those of you that don't know, I've been in a Cold War with Nick about ship wars. And he basically made a clip. Good, JJheat's here. He basically made a clip that was me. That was basically Batman and Wonder Woman kissing in Justice League, but it was the most non-committal kiss ever. It's like she had her eye open the whole time. She's like, I don't like this. But first, let me bring in my co-conspirator. Hey, what's up, JJheat?
What's up?
So, all right, are you ready to see what I created?
Let's do it.
Okay, and note, this is a 30-second clip, so it's going to take a second, but bear with me, okay? And Nick, you can thank JJheat for giving me some ideas on stuff. 3, 2, 1, go.
So this is where you hang out.
So you and Starfire finally tied the knot, huh?
No, me and Batgirl.
Hi, guys. Oh, I do.
My eyes! My virgin eyes!
First
Wait, I'm
off,
not a virgin.
that laugh at the end of it, that was part of that clip. That's Robin's phone ringing, but I was like, oh, I got to keep this in. And I saw Nick's face the minute Captain Marvel popped up.
Why did you desecrate my logo in such a way?
That's why I asked you, can I? Because what happened is last night.
You crossed the line.
No, I didn't. Last show.
When
When
crossed the line.
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
I am like physically nauseous right now. I don't think I will ever mentally recover
That
from
was
that.
awesome. The Teen Titans
$1 million
Go was
in
JJheat's
therapy.
idea. David, you missed my new intro for Nick. The Teen Titans
Millions
Go was his
of
idea.
dollars of therapy will not cure this.
Yeah.
I think
So-
I have a suggestion.
What?
Wonder
I
Bat,
hate
Wonder
you
Bat,
both.
Wonder Bat, 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 Wonder Bat.
David wants me to play it again.
Shall we?
Please.
Well,
I don't know if I can
last time I'm
mentally
gonna play this. So the last time I'm gonna play this because I don't want to get copywritten. But ladies and gentlemen, Nick's new Comics League intro.
So this is where you hang out.
So you and Starfire finally tied the knot, huh?
No, me and Batgirl.
Hi, guys. Oh, I do.
The best part is the phone at the end that says "ha ha ha ha." That was so okay, Nick. You can come back now. It's over. It's over. Yes, that is my magnum opus. I think I broke Nick. Now you know how it feels, dude. Now you know how it feels.
Let me rebuttal.
No.
Wonder Bat, Wonder Bat,
Now you know how it feels, bro.
Wonder Bat, Wonder Bat, Wonder.
Yeah.
Wonder Bat, Wonder Bat,
Well,
Wonder
there
Bat,
you go.
Wonder Bat, Wonder Bat,
I
Wonder
think
Bat,
I just won that war.
Wonder Bat, this generation. Wonder Bat, oh, Wonder Bat.
Okay,
You
so
may have
let's
won this
go ahead.
battle, but you will not win the war.
Oh boy. Well, let's see. So what do you guys?
Game on, Mother Ducker.
So
Game on.
today's lineup of topics, we are talking
Wonder
about.
Bat, Wonder Bat, Wonder Bat, Wonder Bat, Wonder Bat.
Wonder
We are
Bat,
talking about the Blue Beetle trailer, the Across the SpiderVerse trailer, our favorite live-action Batsuits, and the meh that was the Star Wars Celebration.
Wait, there's a new Star Wars movie?
Is
I
there?
didn't hear about that.
So what would you guys like to talk about first?
Let's get the Star Wars out of the way first, because
All right.
honestly, this is such the story is so interesting because of how little fanfare there is.
Mhm.
Remember, a new Star Wars movie used to be a once in a generation event.
Mhm.
Now they literally just announced a slate of 3 new movies, and
Nobody
one
cared.
really cared. Sure, the shills, they shat their diapers as usual, but like other
Reload.
than that,
Excuse me.
Yeah, I know. It's just, here's the thing. Here's my first thing. If it were just a, I have now watched the SpiderVerse trailer yet.
Okay, Brown Destroyer, go look at the Spider-Verse trailer. Come back.
yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. I got some words about that one.
But so here's the thing. So basically, what they do is they take the character that, and by the way, Brown Destroyer, yes, I'm wondering that myself. But
We will
anyway,
get to that. We will
we'll
get
to that. Trust me, because that's my only problem with this trailer. But okay, so they took a character that is the most despite what the shields will tell you, one of the most hated Star Wars characters of all time, and go, let's just give her entire movie that focuses only on her.
I wouldn't say she's like the most hated Star Wars character.
Arguably Jar Jar Binks.
The character, not the actor.
The character. Just want to be clear on that. It's the character. Now, here's the thing.
I want it because like people will interpret that as us attacking Ahmed Best. No, Ahmed Best is cool. I like the guy.
Yes,
Jar Jar
in the Mandalorian.
I will disclose this
because like people might take it out of what we said out of context.
Yeah. We got it.
I will say this: the prequels were produced when George Lucas was going through a bitter divorce and was surrounded by a bunch of yes men. Rey does not work from a structural standpoint and from a narrative standpoint.
Well, the problem with the sequel trilogy was it was the epitome of design by committee, and then also the fact you had a different director for each. Because I guarantee freaking
mystery box.
No. Here's the thing. I guarantee you, if you had JJ direct all 3 of them,
it would have been a little more coherent.
A little bit.
It would have been coherent. You would have at least gotten an above average to above average kind of type of quality. Because JJ gives you.
I think Brown Destroyer's trolling us.
Yeah. Brown Destroyer, very funny.
What you do is you start from episode 1, and they watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Congratulations, you've watched all the Star Wars movies.
Or what you do is you take the sequel trilogy, open your window, and toss them out into the street where they belong.
I thought you just took some gasoline.
Oh, actually, no. I have a perfect representation of what you do with the sequel trilogy, and honestly, this is the best way to deal with the sequel trilogy. That's what you do.
I would Amber Turd it, but that's just my opinion.
Wow. All right. So there wasn't all bad stuff. I mean, we got more of the live action Ghost Crew, which is actually really, really cool. I know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like the
Can I finish?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know that the costumes don't look the best yet. They could be improved upon, but I mean. Well, here's the thing. I like how they're involving the ghosts to get. We're talking about the Ahsoka trailer. I like how they're involving the ghosts to get Ezra because makes sense. And actually, I think we predicted that the Ghost Crew was going to show up in the show at one point.
That or Ezra turning to the dark side near the finale, but remains to be seen.
Go on, Nick.
So the problem is outside of Ahsoka. Like Sabine does not look like like Sabine at all. Looks like some random woman with like the long hair.
Well, she's not wearing the armor too. That doesn't help.
Yeah, Hera.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like some random woman in a green Twilight costume, and it's okay. It's just it looks I guess cheap. It's cool that they literally said heir to the Empire, which is a big flag. I'm not saying it's a red flag or green flag. It's a very much a flag of where they're going to go. They're adapting Heir to the Empire. The fact that they literally said that title verbatim, and that is like Thrawn's like big story, and that's like one of the biggest EU stories. It's very clear they're adapting Heir to the Empire.
But I thought
Fun
Kathleen
fact.
Kennedy said there was no Star Wars material to adapt.
Yeah, I know. Fun fact. Do you know who plays Hera in the show?
Gina Carano?
No.
Isn't it Mary Elizabeth Winstead? Like
Exactly. The
imagine
only good part of Birds of Prey.
Oh,
you mean
yeah.
Ramona Flowers is playing her.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I've suppressed that movie from my memory. Thanks for reminding
How
me.
dare you?
well
That is
guess
a
what,
good movie.
JJheat? That may be your next April Fool's movie next year.
I
Okay.
actually love. Like, I'm sorry.
Actually, no.
JJheat?
That's going to be Nick's. Based upon Nick's reaction to Captain Marvel, that's going to be your next movie, dude.
Okay, a
Did you-
Deadpool 2 knockoff.
Jared,
and had Poison
Jared,
Ivy.
do you realize how
Starring Eva
badly you
Green.
effed up? Scott Pilgrim versus the World is literally one of my favorite movies of all time. So congratulations. Thank you.
I didn't say Scott Pilgrim. I said Birds of Prey.
No.
Yeah, that's going to be your next April Fool's movie.
No.
I love Scott Pilgrim. I'm not. Why would I make you watch the good part?
Nick, I will spare you. A blatant Deadpool 2 knockoff, and it should have had Poison Ivy starring Eva Green.
Thank you. But so moving
Sorry,
on.
I'm just imagining Eva Green as Poison Ivy and all is right, suddenly right in the world.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
It's
true.
just missing something.
But
What about-
here's the thing,
What about-
guys. Here's the thing. When it so now the other thing that was announced that's actually really cool and exciting is a Star Wars movie by Dave Filoni that's gonna take place and like weave together all of his stuff, which means like Mando, Book of Boba Fett, but basically everything that he did. It's a big crossover film, so it's basically the Avengers of Star Wars.
I what I fear is they're kind of rushing to wrap up all this stuff because it feels like his story is just really starting to get going. Like I feel like they're just kind of starting to like. I feel like we're kind of in like a phase 2 of this stuff, like early phase 2 as far as the verse, and it just feels like they're just rushing to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, because after Indy 5, which more than likely will flop, Kathleen Kennedy will have a graceful exit, and there's going to be a huge power vacuum.
Ding dong, the witch is gone.
I will say this though, I did watch the indie trailer and it looks better than one before, but it just still doesn't look good. Honestly, it just the fact that it took like 3/3 of the movie for the indie music to kick in, and even then it was just like, oh hey, here's the indie music by the way. It didn't feel like it felt more like an Indiana Jones fan film.
That's a
Then it's
disgrace to Indiana Jones fan films.
Yeah,
I agree,
I
actually.
think the Star Wars shows kind of killed the hype of coming out too fast. Well, also, Mando hasn't exactly been having the most smooth season so far.
Actually, here's the thing that I would say, and the thing is, Star Wars was actually. The thing is, Rise of Skywalker literally killed Star Wars, and then the Mandalorian came in and somehow revived the franchise. Really, what killed it, I think, was the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, because remember how much hype you had for the Book of Boba Fett?
Because like, how many live action Star Wars shows have we gotten? Like, it's like
3.
Boba, Mando, and Andor, 2 of which
and
were good.
Obi-Wan.
So 4.
Yeah, 4.
Like Obi-Wan, basically, I think killed any remaining goodwill they had because like they took like you had Hayden Christensen and you had Ewan McGregor in the same series, and you ruined it.
And not only that, Mando also ruined the good faith because a lot of people dropped off for this season. Obi killed my. Here's the thing. I checked out the minute. Okay, so Obi-Wan was at this roadblock and he had to like turn off the electric fence, but he could have just walked around the electric fence. I'm like, no one thought this through.
I hear there are some really good fan edits of the series that turn it into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like apparently there's this guy who did VFX for Andor who did not only like recut the scenes but actually like did editing to it and actually shot like live action actors to be inserted into it. I really need to check it out. I was actually watching a video of it the other night where they talked about it, and they literally turned Obi-Wan into the movie we should have gotten.
Or jumped
I feel
over it because it was it was like a
2-inch
a
gap.
fence that went up to here, so he could
So
have
you're
just done
saying-
this.
So you're saying that Obi-Wan should have had another happy landing?
Yeah. Well,
I'm
like this
sorry,
way.
you set me up.
No, I know. He had the he could have gotten the high ground if he just walked on a hill.
It's over, Anakin. I have a high ground.
I'm just like, this is so
You
stupid.
underestimate my power.
And they didn't make him feel like he was one of the most powerful Jedi. Even if he lost faith, I'm pretty sure he could figure out to walk. I'm pretty sure there was a path around the thing too. So I'm like,
Obi-Wan just felt dragged out because all we needed was a brief quest to bring Leia back to Alderaan and the Obi-Wan versus Vader fight. We didn't need Reva. We didn't need the Luke cameo. Just give the fans what they want.
I mean, honestly, like I'm probably gonna get heat for this. This is a hot take. Rebels, how they killed Darth Maul was literally the worst thing they could have done.
I agree.
Because imagine a Obi-Wan movie where it's a cat and mouse game where Darth Maul is trying to kill Obi-Wan on Tatooine, and you had the final fight where it leads into like the large.
well, they could have had that in Obi-Wan because that takes place around
That's
the time that he would be alive.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they had it on Rebels, I mean, it was cool. You had an Alex Guinness kind of like version of it, and
I know that.
Yeah, that was cool. I'll admit, but just like the fight was over so quickly, and I know people like, oh, it's a demonstration their power balance. It's like, yeah, but it's anticlimactic. It's like, come on.
It was supposed to be shot like it was supposed to be like a mercy killing. Like Maul was blinded by hatred for so long.
Like,
But
I'm
there's
sorry.
no way Maul would not block, and he would not be able to adapt to Obi-Wan changing fight styles because Maul has fought multiple Jedi at once. And Nick, because you stuck to your Rebels point, I have a clip for you.
I have spoken.
There you go.
Because here's the thing: is there no doubt that Obi-Wan would win in that fight easily?
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
one.
Would Maul still hold his own? Also, yes.
Can we make it a better fight though than just done?
I mean, you
Like,
get the
like, seriously,
symbolism.
Like seriously, Vader, like Obi-Wan and Vader was a better fight from episode 4. And that is sad because that's literally the first lightsaber fight ever.
Yeah, but I think also the other issue is that let's talk about the Book of Boba Fett, because the Book of Boba Fett, we went into this series
What a way to
expecting
ruin a character.
Indeed.
Like a panther.
Couldn't have been more better timed.
Thank you. I was trying to set that up. When we think about it, okay, here's the thing. They hyped up the series, and we went into it thinking we're going to see Boba Fett being a crime boss on Tatooine, being a badass on Jabba's throne. And what does he do? One can't rule through intimidation. No, that's what you do. And by the way, even Tamora Morrison was like, no, can we get back to Boba Fett being the badass?
I mean, here's how I would have done this, okay? I would have been like, I'm going to rule with honor, but if you step out of line, I will cut you down. Like, he rules by the threat, the fear of force. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to honor my word, honor my contracts. And JJheat, go F yourself.
And remember, guys, yes, I was about to say, remember the teenagers with attitude that he recruits that are all on different bikes? Like,
all right, where's my DDoS button? I need to DDoS the stream.
Even Lad, you know, kind of funny.
JJheat?
When Lad was watching this, even he was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I'll try spinning. That's a neat trick.
Yeah.
In my defense,
just
that
start
scene
spinning the
was super
camera.
cringe.
Oh my gosh.
Or the fact that, like, do you remember that, like, over the head shot where they literally showed the behind the building and it was just like scaffolding?
Yep.
Like, seriously,
They
who
don't
left
care.
that in?
They don't care. That's the thing, Nick. They don't care anymore. That's
Like,
the
how
sad
much
part.
would it have been? Like, you're already overworking your CGI people. Why don't you just have like a quick CGI facade for that shot? Like, seriously.
I don't know, Nick. The thing is that ultimately the people in charge, I'm not talking about Filoni and Favreau. I think they care about Star Wars. The people above them do not anymore. They see it as only dollar signs.
Well, not even that, because first of all, it was too big. It was too big to fail. Excuse me, too big to fail. And
well,
now the
Star Wars is literally not that anymore. It is big enough to fail.
Definitely.
It's getting there.
And the MCU is at a steady decline. She-Hulk, Captain Carrot.
Oh,
Excuse me.
JJheat, it's not steady, dude. It is a steep decline. It's not steady, dude.
Oh, just wait till we see Ironheart and its cultural inspiration.
I don't think Ironheart's gonna be released.
So,
by the way.
okay,
But anyway.
what are your predictions? So I will not. I'm gonna put this out there right now. I will not be seeing Indiana Jones.
I'm indifferent.
I'll check it out because my dad's a big indie fan and
I
I'll go with him.
I like the Indiana Jones movies. I literally have a box set of the 3 movies on my shelf right now, but I was never like super into
What about
them.
the 4th movie?
We don't talk about the 4th movie.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not I'm not like a big hater of it. I thought like
Master Sergeant, what's up?
Please tell me you have that clip, Jared.
What clip?
The one from Master Sergeant's intro. Close enough.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so all right. I think we've talked enough about Star Wars and kind of gotten all depressed. Let's talk about something a little happier.
Let's something that'll really depress.
No, Taladia, it's not under investigation.
All right, rant time.
Can I?
Let him get out of the system. Let him get out of his system.
No, it's his show. It's his show. He gets permission.
What it is, Taladia, and Nick expertly talked about this on his show earlier. All it is lawmakers said they want to investigate. It doesn't mean that Warner Brothers Discovery is under investigation. Go ahead, Nick.
To add to what Jared says, basically, this is like, you know, those articles where it's like, Tom Cruise wants to do a new Iron Man movie. You know, all those like freaking puff articles where it just literally means nothing. Where like, the guy who voices Luigi in the Mario Brothers movie wants a Luigi Anstey's movie. It's like, and they report it as like a fact. This is literally all that.
I had to. This picture came up.
I can literally feel my blood pressure rising. Please get this crap off the screen.
Why did you reference that?
It was
You
coming
just
up,
deserve
so I
that.
was like, screw it. I gotta see. I want to see your reaction. Nick's reactions have been on point this stream.
I'm trying to give you good content, brother.
Thank you, because it's so good. I probably will end up clipping your reaction to my stream and putting it on
Alpha.
Twitter.
These
That'd be
southern
fun.
teenagers with attitude.
Go, Boba Rangers.
Okay, because you guys have been doing that all the time, I'm inserting a topic into here. Okay, who's excited for the new Power Rangers special?
I'm interested.
I'm interested.
Let's talk about this for 5 minutes. Just give me this stuff.
Well,
Okay, we
hang
reference
on.
Speeder Rangers. It's
Oh
only
yeah,
fair.
actually, we were not in the middle of a topic, so I'll just add that. Go ahead, start.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
So I'm
Who
actually
knows?
really excited for Power Rangers Once and Always. It's going to be premiering, I believe, next week or so. And I probably will be doing some content for it on my stream, probably something pre-recorded. Need to arrange something, but yeah, it's like I've waited for this for so long. I'm really excited, and it's going to be great. What do you
There's
guys?
the very fact they have the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger returning.
I'm surprised David Yost came back after what he went through.
No, because apparently,
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Apparently, at the time, it wasn't necessarily the cast that were a-holes to him. It was the crew.
To the point where he literally walked off a set.
Yeah, so
Also,
it's not.
since
It's,
we're-
yeah, go ahead.
Since we're talking about, David Yost, I have to showcase a video. It's only like 13 seconds.
Okay.
I've been reading the Power Rangers comics. Yes.
I might do a review series on the comics on my channel, so get excited for that.
Eye of the Dragon, baby. Oh boy. Nick.
Tell me if you can hear the audio.
No.
No.
No?
No.
All right, let me just redo that then.
What's the most
I would say the
powerful
Zeo-
Power Rangers group?
Zeo.
Ooh,
Zeo.
Zeo.
Zeo, stronger than before, all right? This is from 2014, by the way.
Go.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3. It's Morphin time! Triceratops! Saber-tooth tiger! Triceratops again!
You
So
stole the sting, Nick. What the hell?
I'm Morph Rangers.
Why? No, but why did you steal the Triceratops from the Blue Ranger?
Honestly, David Yost was kind of a dick, so that's a whole. By the way, I just want to say, Karen Ashley was a gem. Like, she is an amazing lady.
Mm-hmm. All right,
I can see that, but given everything David has gone through, I could see him being a bit of a dick. I can see that.
Yeah, at least he's better with his fans than Amy Jo Johnson. Like,
oh yes.
Like, I'm sorry, but like, oh, I totally didn't refuse to come back because it wasn't a money issue. Yeah, it
was.
Yeah, like Amy, like we all know, like, and the fact that like immediately afterwards she's doing a comic, like Amy Jo Johnson has always kind of been like one, like she feels like she's better than the fans. Like she's always never really been engaging with the fans. It's just honestly kind of grimy
to an extent.
So that Blue Beetle trailer. So that was
from one Power Ranger related thing to another.
All right, so let me say this before we get to the Batman is a fascist line. The suit looks fantastic.
Also, the actor who plays him is awesome. I've loved him since Cobra Kai. I mean, come on, you knew I was going to mention Cobra Kai.
I didn't mention it, but yes, he works as in the half a minute that I saw of the trailer, he works as Jaime Reyes. And they teased Ted Kord with the bug ship and the bug cave. I guess that's what it's called.
And the Blue
Beetle. My fan theory is he works for Kord Industries.
I think that's what it was. That's why he was walking into the Kord Industries. And by the person who gives him the scarab and says, keep this away, so apparently she's playing Ted Kord's sister.
So Ted Kord is so this is kind of like an Ant-Man kind of situation.
Definitely.
I actually had zero interest in that movie until I saw the trailer. Now I'll probably see it. Yeah, me too.
Tevye, you could probably answer this for me. Didn't they set it up in season 2 of Young Justice where Ted Kord was targeted by the villains in his company building and the scarab just kind of like whisked away in the explosion and it just happened?
Yeah, and Jaime happened to be skateboarding near, and then that's what the scarab got onto him. But so Nick, there's plenty of room for them to, in a post-credit scene, bring in Ted. I guarantee you that Ted Kord will show up in a post-credit scene.
Or he might be like a mentor kind of thing for this movie.
I think it's interesting that this is going to be the first DCU movie because James Gunn has confirmed it is canon to his universe.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to be the first one in this universe. I think that's supposed to be Superman Legacy or whatever.
It's the first official launch of the universe is Superman Legacy. But what James Gunn was saying is that this movie fits in my continuity.
Yeah, so it's not the first one in this new universe, but it is part of it.
I've lost all excitement for comic book movies like you. Hey, can't blame you, dude. Cannot blame you. They aren't doing a lot to keep you interested. But from what I saw, okay, you know why the suit I think looks really good is because it's also practical. Like they actually have the practical suit as well. So it's not a CGI suit all the time. They're just augmenting it with CGI, and that's the way it should be, honestly.
I really like, probably my favorite shot is when he did like that kind of like fan kick and then he created like the big sword. I'm sorry. That is so anime. That was such an anime shot.
Yeah.
I
used as the thumbnail for this stream because it was so dope. But even I was like, yes. Wait, no more identity. Just whatever makes a good story and people will love it. I think it means no more identity politics, which I agree with you, Ian. 100%.
Except this movie couldn't help themselves. And for the final stinger of the trailer, which
wait, real quick. Do you believe Blue Beetle will do well in the box office? I think it will be well enough. I don't think it'll do Black Panther numbers.
Oh no. Probably
3 to 400 million. It's going to do 3 to 400 million.
Yeah.
Black Adam numbers. Okay.
All right. So, according, and by the way, one thing, have you guys watched the My Adventures with Superman trailer?
Wait, that went through?
No.
I thought that got canned.
No, it's the trailer came out. It actually looks pretty good. But okay, so at the end of the teaser, George Lopez, of course, has a line. So they're in the Beetle Cave. I'm just going to call it the Beetle Cave because I don't know what the hell he calls it.
Fair enough.
He's going through and then Jaime's like, oh my gosh, it's like the Bat Cave. And then George Lopez, Nick, do you want to do it?
Yeah, he says Batman's a fascist, which like people have been trying to like gaslight everyone, saying like, "Oh, he's just a stupid old man." You know, of course he'd say that, or like, "Oh, wait, you didn't know Batman was a fascist? Oh, you dumb." You know, like all these stupid stuff. Like, it's kind of the things. First, it's a point that they said it at all. Second, the point like usually after the title, and when you have a clip after the title, that's usually like the big stinger. It's what you want, like the impression you want to leave people out on. The fact that like it's literally like fascist is literally the last word in the trailer means that they wanted, like, if it was said like at some point in the trailer, it really wouldn't have meant as much. But the fact that it's literally the last word spoken in the trailer, it means that they edited it because they wanted to put importance on it. They wanted you to hear it. They wanted controversy.
I mean, because here's the thing. It's because they know that there's not as much hype for this movie as it would be for like a Batman, a Superman, a Wonder Woman movie. And plus, it's just a joke. I know it's just a joke. It's just, here's the thing. Also, fascism has a definition.
I hate that defense.
By the way,
I hate that defense.
Also, Master Sergeant has a point. That's not even the How is Batman a fascist? That's not a just because he's a rich dude. You could say he's a capitalist. I mean, that's true, but
if anything, he's an anarchist, because Batman going outside the law and creating his own law, he's operating more as an anarchist than he is a fascist. If you really want to get technical, if you really want to dig into this,
more so
my point is, it's what this movie is. It's the personification of the internet when they misuse terms just because it has more like stab. If you call someone
like calling everyone a Yahtzee.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm like, okay, yeah, and exactly, Nick. As soon as that part played in the trailer, I was like, good Lord. And by the way, like, the fan base reacted hang on,
everyone a racer to the point where it loses all of meaning.
Yeah,
of course.
The fan base also reacted that way. In other words, the fan base agrees with us because they were like, are you kidding me? Because here's the thing. This is supposed to be the beginning of when DC stops browbeating their top characters. Because here's the thing. Batman finances the entire DC, the entire comic book industry. Stop calling the cash cow a fascist.
See, here's the thing. Blue Beetle is not a famous character. And whenever you bring up like this unknown character, everyone points to Guardians of the Galaxy. Here's the thing about Guardians of the Galaxy. It was a well-made movie, but it also came out at the height of the MCU.
Yes, you had brand trust. DC doesn't have that yet.
Like, literally, if DC was putting out movie after movie after movie, and they kind of did some of these other characters, like, it's the same reason why Captain Marvel made as much money as it did, is people saw a movie because it was the latest MCU movie.
Fair point, Master Sergeant. Fair point.
That is true. And by the way, Ian, I want that too.
Okay, you know what? I'll say it. Outrage marketing is redundant because all you're doing is pissing people off.
I mean, literally, we're playing into their hands right now. So let's be honest. We're doing exactly what they want right now by talking about it. So let's just be fair here.
Next up,
I'm just having a conversation. It's not like I'm putting money in their pocket.
Oh, I'm not demeaning any of you guys, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. I don't.
So the point is, the movie itself looks good except for that one part of the trailer. Now SpiderVerse. I love when they recreated the meme. They did it again. They had all the spider people pointing.
I'm getting tired of them doing the meme. It's like they. You know how when you like it's like I love steak, and then you eat steak every day to the point where you just get tired. You can't even stand the taste of it anymore.
And did they do it at the end of the last one too?
Yep.
They did a promo shoot for it, which sure it was fine. You know.
No. At the end of SpiderVerse in the post-credit scene.
That was cool.
2099 shows up and does it.
2099 went to the original universe where it happened and okay, that was neat. And plus, honestly, at that point, the meme wasn't overplayed. But like they did a promo shot for No Way Home. It's just it's like all they can like. Oh, let's do the meme. Also, like I'm just tired of the Spider-Verse stuff. Like the first movie was great because it had multiverse elements. But the multiverse was not the point of the movie. It was more of a plot device. Mm-hmm. This one, it's just like, oh, multiverse is the plot. And it's like...
I did like how they actually referenced Doctor Strange and Spider-Man on Earth 1999999, which backs up. It's kind of funny because now...
Iron Boy?
Wait. now Kevin Feige is telling us it's Earth 616, and now the Spider-Verse people are telling us it's Earth 1999999.
Well, to be fair, that's just MCU being stupid. Because what Earth 19999 is actually the official designation of the MCU. Like if you go to Marvel Comics, that is actually their designation.
And it was kind of funny. It's so Aman Vellani actually did that on the internet because she actually corrected Kevin Feige. She goes, "No, it's not 616. It's 19999." And I'm like, "Thank you."
What's the point of even having these multiverse designations if everything's going to be called 616?
Yeah, the reason is even, at least in my opinion, that was done for synergy. Because 616 is the
but it literally just like it ruins the whole point of.
If anything, it should be Earth 1610.
See, no, but here's the thing: I get why they did it in Far From Home because Quentin Beck is trying to be multiversal, and that's what he's saying because he's lying. Like that makes sense in the context of that movie why he calls it 616 because he's lying. He's not actually multiversal. Like that, I'm fine with because he's lying.
But it's like, okay, guys, can we get some agreement on this? But I did like at the end of the trailer with the Spider-Man in therapy, and he's talking about, and then my Uncle Ben died.
I didn't like that because it literally demeans. It's literally demeaning the whole point of Spider-Man. Like it takes the whole essence of Spider-Man, like the whole, literally the core emotional core of Spider-Man, and turns it into a freaking joke. I actually found it to be very distasteful. But also, I wanted to know,
and not in the movies.
So, by the way, one thing I did like about the pointing meme is those three Spider-Men are the PS4 Spider-Man. You have Spider-Man Unlimited, and then you also have the MTV Spider-Man. And if you actually look at a picture, they're all rendered differently. Like that part, I'll give them some credit.
Oh, and Ben Reilly shows up in the 90s suit and shaded like he's a 90s comic character.
I will give them credit the fact that you're using these different art styles. On a technical level.
Tevia, she's a baby. What could she possibly do?
Do you really think that that she's going to play a big role in the movie, Tevia? I mean,
I get it. It's a plot device at best.
It's just to show that the character progression for Peter B, or as a certain Marvel writer refuses to refer to him as 616. By the way, I was watching SpiderVerse recently, and it's confirmed because when the whole thing happens in the beginning of the movie that brings all the spider people over, and they show like all the worlds that are bringing in, 616 shows up. So I'm right. A certain Marvel writer. I don't want to name names because that's unprofessional,
also,
but you know what I'm talking about.
I'm going to call this right now. Tom Holland is going to show up in this movie.
One of the three, at least.
No. It's going to be here's okay. I'm going to say this, and if I'm right, cool. If I'm wrong, the mid-credit scene is going to be live action. All right. And then basically, and you're going to have the animated, like one of these Spider-Men, like open a portal, and he's going to talk to Tom Holland, animated versus live action.
That's going to be cool. That would be really cool if that happened. I would love that.
Because the thing is, they're making a point of having like these characters in their original style.
I always thought Gwen Stacy should be with Peter Parker, not with Miles Morales. That's an interesting point.
I get
to be fair.
Wait. Nick, JJheat was talking first.
Appreciate it. I get what you're saying, but when the death of Gwen Stacy happened, her and Peter were already college age. Spider-Gwen in her reality was when Peter ultimately became the Lizard and they were still in high school. So Spider-Gwen still has a teenager's mentality.
Okay,
whereas
teenage or early 20, like the thing is, Gwen and Miles are more closer in age, whereas most of the other Spider. Honestly, in this context, yes. Though, part of me kind of wants to see another Spider-Gwen voiced by Emma Stone.
I know. And by the way, Tevia, more power to you, dude. It's great seeing your favorite comic characters in the movie. 100% on board with that. I wondered that as well. Why didn't they make him his own original character to interact with? Because remember, originally, well, yeah, that's true. But all right.
Also, Oscar Isaac says 2099. I am there for.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah! Because fantastic casting from 2099. I just wish we had a more comics accurate version of Jessica Drew.
Yeah, especially when you're referencing that particular storyline.
And they even have her pregnant. Remember that brief run the comics and All New, All Different, the comic line that failed?
I was trying to
Yeah,
ignore
this movie screams that the producers have gotten their fingers on it. Like, it just screams it.
Yeah, whatever. But we'll see what happens. It still looks enjoyable, but it doesn't look as good as the first one did. But
I'm not sure if I'll go see it in theaters. I'm not like super enthused about it. I don't know.
So our next topic, actually, before we go to our next topic, our boy Nick has something he wants to promote. And by the way, it will be in the description of the stream real quick. So Nick, while I pull it up and share screen, do you want to hype it up?
So I have been talking about it, and now it is time. Sign-ups for 2100 Samurai Issue 3 are now live. The campaign will be launching May 5th. So on the Revenge of the 5th, 2100 Samurai Issue 3 will be launching live on this channel. But if you want to make sure that you get notified when it goes live, you go here and you get signed up.
Got it.
It's let me
Peter
kind of
Parker and Rogue. That's interesting.
What?
I guess. It's interesting.
What would be the ship name? I'm curious.
Rogue Parker?
Pogue.
No.
No. Get him off the stream.
Please.
It's my stream, dude.
Too simple to Pogue.
I banish you from your own stream.
I was wondering how long it's going to take for you to notice that I actually removed myself from the stream, but I guess.
Oh, I'm looking for the cover. So
sure you are.
Actually, yeah, I am. So,
it's awesome. And by the way, go down to this link right here to sign up for it and get updates. So our next topic, this is gonna be a little more positive, I think, a little more fun.
Wait. Just give me a sec. I'm grabbing it right now. I looked in the wrong place. So,
all right.
All right. Where are the?
But anyway, while Nick does that, I'll hype up our next topic. So we talked about this. You've heard us talk about our favorite Batman. You've heard us talk about our favorite actors. But today, we're going to talk about our favorite Batsuits. And by the way, here is the cover done by Xevious, and it looks freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm. He also did the logo design. So yeah, this will be the cover for issue 3, and oh my god, this is probably the best cover yet. It is.
Are
Honestly.
those speeders from Attack of the Clones?
No.
Oh, come on. That's clearly Anakin and Obi-Wan when they were chasing that assassin.
No, it's not that one. No, it's not. So,
So Jared, I can't wait for this to get in your hands.
Me too.
That's what she said.
This is going to be Nick when here's going to be a live footage of Nick when he gives me the comic.
Firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. That ought to do it.
Need I say more?
So now I found a list on Screen Rant, every live action Batsuit ranked. So we're going to do that.
My number 1 is Batman Beyond.
Live action. It's not live action. Insider or modified Hellbat. Those are my favorite comic suits. Actually, my favorite comic suit is the Rebirth comic suit. I like that purple thing on the cape.
Now you gotta admit, the Hellbat armor is pretty.
Hellbat
cool.
armor's dope. He punched Darkseid in the face with that. So let's go start with this. So first we got the Robert Lowery Batsuit from Batman and Robin in the 1940s.
That is so antiquated.
Yeah, look at that. It is so like that. I would not be intimidated by this guy.
I could literally buy Robin's mask at Party City right now.
Yeah. We also have Lewis Wilson's Batsuit in The Batman, which is 1943. Which I'm like, it's not that bad. F tier, but nostalgic. Thank you, David, for adding that in there. And then the Batsuit from Gotham. Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
The problem is they're obviously trying to go for like a dark, like a Nolan kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he does not fill it out. I'm sorry.
You can't pull it off.
You have good taste, Brown. And by the way, I found out. Do you know why George Clooney's suit had like
the bat nipples?
And they're trying to do the Roman gods.
Yes, exactly. They tried to make it look like a Roman statue when they had that accentuated on mans and not women.
I will say this though, the Clooney suit from the third act, where it's like black with like the silver logo.
Yeah,
that's pretty nice. Like that is tight.
You mean George Clooney's anti-free suit? Yeah, that is pretty dope. I like that. I like the bat logo on it too.
I actually like the ears, kind of like how they got the ridges. It's
me too. That just looks
modern,
so cool.
But still traditional. Like I think that's a good suit.
Yeah, this is a cool suit. Next, we have the Adam West bat suit. Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb.
It's corny, but it just kind of works. I will say the best Catwoman suit is Julie Newmar's suit.
Yeah,
you cannot argue. You cannot fight me on that one.
Whatever. I can fight you on whatever the hell I want. Val Kilmer's suit, not bad.
Val Kilmer looked so good in that Batman suit. Like he looked so good in it.
Adam West A tier, yes. Clooney regular suit B tier, weird silver suit F tier. Well, we gotta disagree with you on that one, David.
I will say Clooney always seemed like a little bit awkward in the bat suit, whereas Val Kilmer was like perfectly confident, perfectly comfortable in that bat suit.
He was a fantastic Batman.
Yeah, and Bruce Wayne, I think he was like
a little bit.
Val Kilmer had a good balance.
Now, but Michael Keaton's first suit.
The return suit was better. I think
the return suit was better.
See, the problem with the 89 suit is they had like the molded muscles, which just kind of looks stupid. Versus the return suit, they turned that into kind of ridges, and I think that looks a lot better.
And we have Val Kilmer suit B tier. Nice. So then we have Christian Bale's second Batsuit. Yeah, my problem with it is that it's much too light. It's not as intimidating as the beefier one, even though he can turn his head.
But he doesn't wear hockey pads.
I'm not wearing hockey pads. Val Kilmer's sonar suit from Batman Forever.
Oh my God! Yes.
This one was a good suit. Yeah, I think that this is the one that they kind of carried over.
Also, I really like how they did the Batman the animated series reference. You know, like I see without seeing. To me, darkness is as clear as daylight. You kind of got like the brief flash of him as the white eyes. That was a nice.
And by the way,
Batman the animated series.
Brown Destroyer has a good question. Coolest Batsuit in the comics, in my opinion, Insider suit and Batman Beyond Bruce Wayne. Nice.
Thank you, Brown Destroyer. I'm a Batman Beyond fanboy.
Nick, do you know what the Insider suit is?
No.
All right, so when Batman came back after when he came back to life after Darkseid, what he did is he decided to test the Bat family to see if they were still good at their jobs. So he got a suit that copies the powers of the Justice League.
Okay.
The only limit on it was it ran out of power fast, but he had like a wire that could detect lies. He had a willpower force beam. He had a speed force mode.
Oh jeez.
He's pretty much a bat god. Then we have the nightmare bat suit that I have the hot toy for. Hell yeah!
You will. I'm like honestly, if you're gonna cosplay a bat suit, that's gonna be the one I think you're gonna do.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
It doesn't require that much Batman stuff. Just the gauntlets, torso, and cowl.
So, you want to know my favorite comic book Batman suit?
Hang on, I tell you. What's up? Nice.
It is such a disgusting display of colors. I love it.
Because remember, it's an alternate. And by the way, Master Sergeant, yeah, dude. Wait till you get to Volume 2. Volume 2 is when we get into like Blackest Night and like the War of Colors and everything. It's really dope. You'll enjoy that. If you like Volume 1, you like Volume 2. But yeah, this just looks so cool, and it fits the post-apocalyptic feel of Batman.
I'm telling you, if you cosplay Batman, I guarantee you that's
I'm
what
doing
you're gonna
this.
cosplay.
I'm doing this. Either this or the number 1 on this list, by the way. Just started V2. Good, Master
Dun,
Sergeant.
dun, dun, dun.
Yes. Yes. Christian Bale's first.
It's a good suit.
Yes.
It's a good
It particularly, and Nick and I were talking about this, I think, on the last Under Two Capes, how the good part about this suit and like the Keaton suit is that the cape becomes a cloak when he's just standing there, and it makes him look more like a shadow and just works.
And it kind of gives a more like gentlemanly kind of thing. Like you see it more on display in like Batman animated series and like Justice League, you know, kind of like the cloak aspect.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Michael Keaton's second Batsuit. That's the one you
That
talked about
is
that was
a-
better.
Yeah, that is a good suit. I don't care what people say.
Oh, it's a good suit. I still don't like the cowl being one big piece, but besides that, I'm like, okay, I get it. But I'm like, it's not the worst suit.
Technology of the time.
Yes. By the way, the first time a live action Batman had the white eyes.
Batman Dark Knight. He had that in the third act.
Okay, yes, but I'm talking about like all the time in this suit.
He only wore it the second act onward, but I get your point.
I think it's a little bit. It can be debated about what counts and what's not, because Batman was he did have the white eyes for a large portion of that sequence.
But in that part in Dark Knight, it was more of a trick or a gadget gimmick for the sonar. In this, it was actually built into the cowl that it was just white eyes.
Again, this is more up for debate.
BVS suit A tier, but A tier for accuracy for the comics, because this looks exactly like the Dark Knight Returns anti-Superman suit. Next, and then I mean S tier, yes, exactly. Next we have Ben Affleck's second Batsuit in Justice League. Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Yeah. Not a big fan of the Batman symbol he wears because it's just way too fat. I know it's Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
But I was never a fan of that bat symbol.
All right. And then we have Robert Pattinson's suit, which actually is not a bad suit.
It's I think for what it is, I think it's pretty well designed considering it's like this is like Batman Year 2 basically. And I like how his batarang is actually his bat symbol. I actually think that's kind of
that is cool. Next up, Batman's first suit in BVS, and the difference between this and Justice League is that this one has more silver on the not like a bat's symbol part. The other one's a little more black.
I have a feeling probably my favorite of the Affleck suits is probably going to be his Flash suit, just because it's bringing back the blue and the gray.
Yeah. Next, speaking of Affleck suits, the tactical Batsuit from Justice League. That is my favorite Ben Affleck suit.
Yeah, I like how they have like the slide down glasses. I think it looks nice.
And the segmented look on the armor, it looks really cool. So Brown Destroyer says, I don't like Robert Pattinson's suit at all. Wow.
Fair criticism.
And it's very Lee Bermejo in terms of his art. Yeah, exactly.
Like I will say, if I was to do a Batman suit, I would probably do Patterson, honestly, because that one actually is kind of like more of a closet cosplay to a degree. Like I can actually source some of the parts easier. Plus, honestly, I just think it would be kind of cool.
It's not D tier, David. How dare you? But
ban.
If I were to do a Batsuit, I would just do the Ben Affleck one from BVS because it's simple. It's just
you better bulk up.
Yeah, better bulk up. But the thing about the Pattinson suit is that only works for a Batman that's just starting off. Because remember, in the Batman, it's year 2 Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he's this experienced thing. And then
but this is cosplay we're talking about. We're
I will say Pattinson's suit is such an easy suit to make anyone look good. It's got armor. Yeah, exactly. I liked Pattinson's look tactical. Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, so like my first Batman suit would probably be that. If I had the money, I would definitely do Batman Returns, but I would be dying.
Mm-hmm. So now going around the table and in the chat, what are y'all's favorite all-time number 1 favorite live-action Batsuit? I'll start with Nick.
Batman Returns.
Okay, yeah, it looks good. It looks less like rubbery than the 1989 one does.
I will say, close runner-up is Kilmer.
Yeah. What about you, JJheat?
Kilmer. Second best would be Zack Snyder's tactical suit.
Oh, let's do a top 3 because I want to add Patterson as my third.
All right,
Okay.
my top 3 are the tactical suit from from ZSJL. You had to know I was going to pick that one. The Nightmare suit from ZSJL, and honestly, the Batman Begins suit.
No, live action only. You said live action only.
I said Batman Begins suit.
Oh, sorry, I said Batman Beyond. I was wondering if all 3 of them were just going to be variations of the Batfleck armor. I was so convinced you're just going to
No,
have,
because here's the thing: the one between the ones in BVS and Zack Snyder's Justice League are similar enough that I still count those as one suit. So I technically I am still, but I just because I like the trench coat look of the Nightmare suit, and then just that Batman Begins suit is just so badass and intimidating. I'm like, oh. And then according to Brown Destroyer says a Val Kilmer 3, Nightmare SniderVerse 2, Dark Knight Rises 1. Okay.
That's a good Batsuit.
Taladia says his favorite is the BVS Batfleck suit. Sweet.
See, the reason that I like the Patterson suit and honestly the Batman in general, the movie feels like it could have been made in the 90s. Like,
yeah,
it has kind of like that. It kind of has like that 90s, or like it feels like it could have been made in 2003, 2004, or even 97. Like, actually, no, it feels like a 2002 to 2004 movie. Like, it feels like it was kind of made in that window of time. Just like it feels straight out of that. And you know, like I that's kind of like one of my favorite eras of movies, like the X2, the Underworld. You know, like the grunge post Matrix kind of stuff, and it just. I don't know. I just dig the vibe of that movie.
Catwoman suit in the Batman is very 90s.
I don't know. It's got a very like 90s 2000s look because remember her the glasses and look only really came out in the early 2000s because like even 99 she was still using that purple suit. So like the look kind of looked like the Catwoman we see in Hush. Was actually a very recent redesign at that time because, you know. But yeah, so, she's very much kind of like I'd say the Catwoman is very more in line with like the Hush era Catwoman.
Batman Earth One suit from DC looks cool as hell. Yeah, that's a comic suit. So for our last topic for the night, I put out a post today talking about so we're doing an Ask Me Anything thing, and you guys can ask us questions, and we'll talk about them live on air. And again, you can also do that in the chat too.
What is love?
Well, yeah. So our first one comes from Daniel.
Oh, I thought JJheat was kind of chime in.
Daniel says, "Why do you think? What do you think the reason is that the Superman and Wonder Woman relationship is not canon in the official mainstream? It's simple, because, all right." So there's a very vocal minority in the Superman fandom that will not let anything change for Superman. It's the same group that says he has to have the red trunks. He has to be the Christopher Reeve Superman. He has to always be with Lois Lane because otherwise he turns into Injustice Superman. It's just they're like, no, it has to be this way or it's not Superman. It's not my Superman.
Counterpoint. Wonder Bat.
That's not a legitimate counterpoint, though.
Wonder Bat.
I'll allow it.
It's my show. I won't allow it. So there you go.
Okay.
And then,
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
So Brown Destroyer actually has. Let's discuss all the DC rumors of James Gunn. By the way, James Gunn did say in the DCU they're not going to rehash stories that have already been adapted in previous DC movies. So we're not going to get the death of Superman. We're not going Dark Knight Returns. I'm like, thank you.
He says that now.
Now, but he says that now. And I guarantee you, by the way, if his stuff fails, he's going to start adapting those old stories real quick, and he'll say, "I changed my mind."
That is why, like, I just got sick and tired of reporting on every time James Gunn tweets because he contradicts himself on a daily basis.
And by the way, David, that's honestly a great idea for next week's stream. We should talk about our favorite comics Batsuits.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Actually, I want to combine it with favorite comic Superman suits.
Okay, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. 100% fine. Actually, you know what? Favorite Trinity suits, because there are a few Wonder Woman suits I want to talk about. So next week, it'll be Trinity suits in the comics. So yeah, he also said storyline. That's such a loose thing to say. Like, how do you define adapting the death of Superman?
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I don't know. It's just that I want to be excited for the DCU, but with everything that's been handled with, Wonder Woman suits go crazy. She's so hot. And I have some behind the scenes information on a certain Wonder Woman suit from David Finch, who I met at a Comic-Con last year, and have a book signed by him. Actually, multiple books signed by him. So there you go. He's awesome. But such a doll in real life, David Finch. Oh my gosh. So let's talk some. So in terms of, so that's all I'm gonna really say about this. So Sage Torres, what are some of your DC fan castings? Oh boy.
No, please define that.
He just says what are some of your DC fan castings. So let's go with, give me a casting for. All right, Batman.
Now this could be any sort of Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really wish we could get Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne Batman. I want that so bad.
You know who I think could be a great Batman based upon his performance as Judge Dredd is Carl Urban. Except not a good Bruce Wayne.
Also, JJheat, you might want to,
What?
He's
Oh yeah. But in terms of like so I mean, Carl Urban would be a good Batman, not a good Bruce Wayne. If I were to pick a Batman that I think would be a good mixture, particularly for like a younger Batman, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be Pattinson. I would honestly pick who?
Let me just look up his name real quick. You know who I'm about to say.
It's not Grant Gustin, is it?
No.
Stephen Amell. They really screw with people and make Stephen Amell Batman.
No. It's gonna be played by.
Who do you guys think should play Batman if we can't have Affleck?
John Hamm as Batman.
No. Good as
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew it.
Bruce Wayne, horrible as Batman.
I don't know. Have you seen?
He was campaigning hard for Batman, and no. Yeah, he did.
I think he would be a great Batman. The guy's got some intensity.
No. Donald Draper as Thomas Wayne. All right. Now, give me one for Wonder Woman.
Alexander Daddario.
Okay, let's have someone older.
You do realize she's in her 30s, right?
No, but I'm saying older than that. Even though it looks like Gal Gadot is going to stay on as Wonder Woman, which I'm happy about that. Honestly, I don't know enough actors to have an opinion on fan cast.
Alexander Daddario as Wonder Woman.
I could see her more as Batgirl.
Actually, Macaulay Culkin as a Mad Hatter.
Yes, and Danny DeVito as Batmite. Yes, please.
Just voicing him.
That would be so funny. And Mix will play too.
Oh, David. Yes.
Actually, yeah. As a matter of fact, are you kidding me? She would play a great Wonder Woman for a younger Wonder Woman.
But Macaulay Culkin would play a great Mad Hatter.
Yes, but geez, it's kind of funny. Yeah, Mary Marvel does work as Wonder Woman.
She saves so many lives. If you know
or
what I mean.
Donna Troy. She could be a good one. Ben Barnes is young Batman. I don't know who Ben Barnes is. Do you know who I would have as Batman? Honestly, if I could pick anyone to play as Batman,
Here's the thing. So Ben Barnes, he was Jigsaw on the Punisher series.
Yes,
and he was Peter Petrelli. Sure, he could. I don't know. I see him. He's really great at playing villains.
And no, Taladia. I can't see him playing Superman.
Actually, I would what villain role do you think Ben Barnes would be good for? Like, oh my God, Ben Barnes. I was literally just about to say
There
that.
you go, because that's who he is in Jigsaw. He can do his Jigsaw performances.
I was actually say he could play a good Hush.
Yes, holy crap, yes.
He would be a perfect like foil, like that kind of thing.
Oh yes. But in terms of like Batman, I gotta say, Jensen Ackles is Batman. If assuming he can't play Red Hood, which he probably can't, but still.
Actually,
because
I think Jensen should play Nightwing.
Okay, don't you need someone a little more positive to play Nightwing? Oh, JJheat.
I mean,
back.
have you seen
Psychos just
Supernatural?
keep getting younger.
Like, I'm sorry, but like Jensen Ackles has the quippiness to play Nightwing.
The Psychos just keep getting younger.
I really think
Wow, God.
Ooh.
Jar Jar.
Binks
is not only a Sith Lord, he's also a Kryptonian.
Who would you cast to play Lex Luthor?
Same guy from the DCAU. I'm sorry, that's a perfect Lex Luthor.
No, we need like an actor. Part of like I was gonna say Mads Mikkelsen, but I don't know. I don't see him as an like
Mads has to play Ra's al Ghul.
I don't know.
I could see it, but
I want someone a little more. This is gonna sound weird, but ethnic. Like, you know what the worst part is? Ken Watanabe could have been a great Ra's al Ghul. He's a phenomenal actor, and they wasted him as a placeholder.
Who would you cast as Talia?
Eva Green.
No,
that's your answer to
Poison
everything.
Ivy. She's playing Poison Ivy, Nick. We're not.
Congratulations! I invented a cloning machine.
We're not doing that.
Green, you get Eva Green.
Assuming we don't have a cloning machine, JJheat, who plays Talia?
Oh man, I might have to look this up. Hold on.
Oh, the woman who played Elektra in the Marvel Netflix.
Actually, yeah,
she could pull it off.
Actually, yeah, because she's pretty much playing Talia.
David Hernandez, he's got it.
Anna do it. Yep.
That actually works really well. Wow.
But I do think the Elektra actress probably would work better because she's got that kind of exotic charm to her. While Anna is more just cute and adorable. I'm not sure Anna can do like
Ana de Armas. Oh yeah, I saw like on a chart today that it's like Ana de Armas is Catwoman.
I could see that. I don't know.
Yes.
Ana de Armas doesn't have the fierceness. Like she's like your little sister that kind of kicks butt. You know,
she could play an Oracle, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
A Colin Firth as Alfred.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Though I will say Andy Serkis does a great job.
Oh, Pattinson as Lex Luthor. That's actually not bad.
I'm gonna say this. Jesse Eisenberg was actually a good Lex Luthor.
Oh, yes, he was.
Like,
I know Superman Birthright. Yeah.
I know he was playing Mark Zuckerberg Superman, but like that's kind of like he's menacing just because he's so creepy. Like
Urkel, did I do that?
I don't know, Jamal White. Like he's got to see like if you see him in some other roles. Also, Jamal White was the voice of Sonic back in the day. So just I don't know if you knew that.
All right, let me ask you this. I'm going to throw out an actor who I think would be good for Jon Stewart.
All right, I have my band.
Michael Jai White.
I'm lifting my finger off the band button.
Why? Who would you want Michael Jai White to play?
Spawn.
This is a DC project.
Spawn.
This is a DC project.
Spawn.
This is a DC project. I would honestly say either him or John Henry Irons. Okay. But by the way, how great would it be if we got a Ben Affleck, a Batman, and Michael J. Wright Batman Spawn movie?
Bryan Christensen as Lex Luthor?
He means Cranston.
Oh.
I could see that.
Those two interacting in a Batman Spawn movie. Oh, yes.
So, who would you cast if you were to put Pedro Pascal as a DC character?
Hero or villain?
Either or.
All right. If we're talking villain, I'm gonna do villain first.
I'm just gonna say this. I do think he could have been a great Maxwell Lord. The script let him down.
Yeah, the script was bad. Yeah. I'm not gonna go Maxwell Lord because that's the obvious answer.
But I just wanted to put that out there.
Definitely.
Okay, go ahead, Jared.
Maybe. Okay, so, and this is going after also my experience seeing him in The Last of Us. So he could play a really dark character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm just going to throw something at the wall. Ra's al Ghul.
I could see that. I'd be okay with that.
Because if you've seen him play a really dark character, he could nail
Also,
that.
if you've ever seen him in Game of Thrones, he does like the intelligent, conniving, like, I'm 3 steps ahead of everyone kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's Ra's al Ghul to a T. Who played Vandal Savage? That's another one that we haven't cast before.
Aether would actually be a good fit for Vandal.
Well, actually that worked too.
You could use them interchangeably.
No, Charles Dance as Vandal Savage.
Oh yes.
He was Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones.
Remember, I haven't watched Game of Thrones.
I'll
like last time. I've never watched Game of Thrones, and I never plan to.
What?
Okay.
Have you played Witcher 3?
Yes.
He was the voice of Emperor Amir.
I never got to that point in the game.
That's pretty early on.
Pedro Pascal is Gacho from Batman. Yes. Yes.
Could play a Gaucho from Batman Inc. I have Batman Inc. I haven't started it yet.
It's a good book. It's a good book.
Who would play Tim Drake?
That's a hard one.
Oh, who would play Damian Wayne? And that would be the kid from Young Sheldon.
Oh yes, that is perfect.
There's no topping that casting if he plays it like, because all he has to do is just say, react to this the way Young Sheldon would.
Actually, I'm gonna say for Damian, Isa Butler, the guy from Ennard's Game.
He could pull it off.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Damian has to be an a-hole. And if there's one kid that communicates a-hole, what's up, Courage? There's one character that communicates a-holeness, it's Young Sheldon.
The psychos just keep getting younger.
You've seen some of Isla's roles, he could totally pull it off. He can play a-hole.
All right, I mean, okay. Look at this way. I could see him playing that, or Tim Drake. What neck you kind of cut out?
Yeah, I can see him as Tim Drake.
Mm-hmm. In terms of Nightwing, I would actually no. I'm gonna do Red Hood. In terms of Red Hood, assume we can't do Jensen Ackles.
Okay.
Let's see. In terms of, and by the way, chat, who would you cast as Red Hood in a DC movie? That's crazy. You haven't watched Game of Thrones. I started it. I got through season 1 and lost interest.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you cast to play the Question?
Ooh, whoever played Rorschach in Watchmen.
The original.
That's a little bit on the
movie.
nose. That's a little bit on the nose because the Rorschach is basically a parody of the Question anyway. So
Gallagher, too old.
Honestly, let me see here.
What do you guys think of Ben Kingsley as Ra's al Ghul?
He could do it. He could definitely do it. Like, oh my gosh, yes. Assuming we also can't have Liam Neeson because we're trying to go with people that haven't been in these roles before. I think we'd be good as Ra's.
For Bane, I think I suggested Dave Bautista.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Lobo,
honestly, I would keep Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke because that's just
that's just too perfect.
And when you see him in the Snyder cut, when he actually interacts and he goes, "You better not be wasting my time," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're Slade."
David, I know you said him as Tim Drake, but I think Timothy Chalamet would make a perfect Nightwing. I'm sorry, The guy's got the looks, he's got the charm, he's got the charisma, and he's got the agility. He is my pick for Nightwing.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet would be a better Nightwing than Tim Drake.
I have someone. So this was a CW actress. She's not. I don't think she's been in anything you guys have seen. But this would be my take if for like Donna Troy or like a younger Wonder Woman. All right, hang on. I'm going to share a screen real quick. Just by looks. Hang on. Yeah, right there.
She
What
has
was
the
she?
look.
What show was she in?
It's called The Outpost. It's like a sword and sorcery thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna share a Riverdale actress.
No, and
Oh,
plus
God,
here's the thing.
no.
She has an accent. It's an Australian accent, but it still like works for Wonder Woman or Donna.
Looks wise, I could see her. Like honestly, the Titans version of Donna was perfect.
Yeah, I would pretty much keep Connor Leslie as Donna.
To be fair, the Titans version of Nightwing actually I think was pretty good too.
Oh, he was great.
Good.
He needed more Nightwing like quips and everything, but I think he was pretty good.
And the actress they got for Raven is perfect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, honestly, she was great.
They even got her in the costume. Like,
what'd you think of the guy they got for Beast Boy?
Every time I see that actor, I think Super Ninjas.
I think acting wise, I think it was fine. I think the show itself let him down because
Definitely.
like they kind of they basically trained him as he was basically a mini Robin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, also
who would be a great Starfire? Daddario.
I can see that.
I see her more as a Wonder Woman.
Of course you do, but because that's every fan caster on Twitter.
The problem is, you'd have to give her different eyes as Starfire, and there's no way in heck you are getting rid of Alexander Daddario's eyes.
Yeah, you really can't, because that's like when you stare into him, it's like staring into my very soul.
Mm.
But who would you cast Starfire, Nick? Assuming we don't take the girl from Titans.
Anna Diop does a decent job.
She grew into the role.
Yeah, I don't think she's terrible, but she's not the woman I would pick. I think she's decent enough. I don't know. Starfire is kind of a hard role to cast because he requires a certain kind of like acting skill set. I don't know. I don't really have a pick for her.
Now, I got a better idea. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do. How would you voice cast an animated Justice League movie? Wonder Woman.
Ooh.
I would cast Laura Bailey.
Okay.
Because if you wanted to do an accent,
Darkseid.
Yeah.
Darkseid, Clancy Brown.
Yes.
Casting Lex Luthor to play Darkseid.
Actually, you know what? That works. The voice works. Who would you cast as Superman? I wouldn't do Travis Wellingham because he has too much of the stereotypical I'm fighting for truth and justice.
For Batman, this is good.
Jansen?
No, Mark Hamill.
Oh.
Because Mark Hamill has done he's actually does more voices than the Joker. Like he can actually you've seen some of his stuff. He can do kind of growly voices. Like I actually think he could actually be a pretty good Batman.
True, I can't see him as Batman though.
You haven't heard some of his other roles. Like for example, look at him as Ozai. Actually you haven't heard him as Ozai. You heard that one line, but
Thank you. Jennifer Hale is Black Canary. Or Hawkgirl because she was Hawkgirl in Injustice. There you go. Now it's assuming. Okay, I'm going to say this: we can't put the 90s Justice League actors in their roles. Like we can't say Rosenbaum is the Flash.
Johnny Young Bosch for Nightwing.
Yes.
Come on, his voice is perfect for Nightwing.
Yes. Who would you cast? All right. Oh, who's the guy that plays Maul in Rebels? I know I should know this name.
Sam Whitmer. What the how do you not know his name?
Yeah, I know. He would be a good Kyle Rayner.
Good animated or live action?
Animated.
I would argue Nightwing.
Who would play a animated Deathstroke? Oh yes,
Richard Epcar.
Yes,
Richard Epcar. Kathy. Yes,
she's Mia Queen in Arrow.
Like, I'm sorry, but Richard Epcar has a perfect voice for Deathstroke.
Mm-hmm. Who was Richard Epcar?
Well, I know him as Batu from Ghost in the Shell. Like, he's been in a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. What are the other roles he's been in? I might have.
I'm looking at it.
I know who played Deathstroke. Steve Downs,
Uh,
the Master Chief from Halo.
No, Deathstroke played by Steve Bloom.
oh.
Or he could play Darkseid. Let's see here. Richard Epcar was Raiden in Mortal Kombat 11.
I could see that.
Let's see here. I'm looking up what else he's.
Who would play Lois Lane? You have to pick someone with the most annoying voice possible.
Lacey Charbet.
Who's that?
She voiced Zatanna, Young Justice.
No, I like her voice. You have to pick someone I hate.
Hold on.
What's a voice actress I can't stand? Let me see.
This is a hot take. In the private chat.
What? Okay.
That
would work.
Can we please boot JJheat from the show, please?
Well, actually, JJheat, you picked someone I don't like. So, for those of you that don't know, in the private chat, JJheat put Amy Schumer as Lois Lane.
Or Amber
By the way,
Turd. I'm open to
JJheat for saying that.
For Hawk Girl, my pick would be Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yes. Honestly, live action could work too.
Yeah.
The voice actress for Anya Forger could too in DC. You're not in the previous comments. Well, yeah, I did. You had Catherine McNamara as Starfire. She would be really well. Steve R. McQueen as Nightwing. And then we did Aidan Gallagher as Damien. Let's see. Who would? All right. So I still say. I mean, honestly, here's the thing. Laura Bailey played a pretty good Lois Lane.
Oh,
Super Son
Talia is going to be played by Gray DeLuise.
Who's Gray DeLuise?
Oh, I wish JJheat hadn't fallen asleep again. Otherwise, he'd be like, yes. Anyone who knows Gray DeLuise knows she's perfect for Talia. She plays Azula on Avatar. She's done a bunch of stuff.
Have I seen the episodes that she is in?
You've seen her face, but not her voice. We haven't gotten to season. We really need to start season 2 sometime soon.
Can you pick someone that can you stop picking people that I haven't seen their stuff?
It's not my fault you watch all the wrong stuff.
Hold on, play a clip of just give him a taste of Azula. Just a clip.
Okay.
Who played Big Barda?
Two on the nose.
They have Gina Carano show up and do the voice. Who play Hal Jordan?
Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Voice.
Phoebe Token. I can't pronounce that.
Okay, so this clip I'm about to share, it's like 40 seconds long. It is not spoilers for season 2. So it's basically just Gray DeLuise doing a birthday message as Azula.
Hang on. I'm trying to figure out who. Okay. And then 10 bags. But let's see. All right.
Hello, Ryan. Or some people may know you as Scumbag Ryan Cito. I heard it was your birthday, and that the best birthday gift you could receive is to get Diamond in the League of Legends. Wouldn't that be something? To finally be good at something that you've done for so long. But there's only one.
Hello, Talia al Ghul.
Oh, you didn't play the whole thing.
No, I can't. No.
But yeah, that's
Talia al Ghul. That is Talia al Ghul.
Also, and I'm sure now your excitement for season 2 has just gotten even better.
She could also play Lois Lane because Lois Lane is that much of an a-hole.
Oh, yeah, I could see her doing that.
Except that they would have to play Lois Lane as heartless, which that's not hard to do.
In some stories.
Actually, in most stories in the modern day. So there you go.
You'll be young.
Here's a message to Lois Lane. There you go. So let's see. Let's see what else are we going
Who
for.
would you cast to play Martian Manhunter?
Ooh. No, not Phil Jackson. No. Dang. That was a good actor. Phil Lamar, yes. Phil
Yeah, I
Lamar.
could see that. John Stewart. I can see that. Let's see. Jared's hate for Lois Lane grows here. Feel the hate flow.
All right, who would you cast to play John Constantine? No, you can't pick JJheat.
Oh, bloody hell.
By the way, yeah. Ella Dwee Long as Talia or Lois.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. But who would I pick to play as who?
Martian Manhunter.
Phil Lamar. We already decided that. I
think I mentioned crap.
All right, who would play Booster Gold?
Ryan, that would be a Ryan. No, that would be a Nathan Fillion role right there.
No. Nolan North.
Yes.
Nolan North.
Yes. Honestly, just put Nathan Fillion honestly as Green Lantern. There you go.
What if you had Nolan North voice Batmite and he once said like, "I'm voiced by Nolan North."
That is something he would say.
That'd be Ambush Bug, honestly, because Ambush Bug is that character.
Okay, who would you have play Ambush Bug? Not Ryan Reynolds.
Honestly, that'd
Chris
be
Pratt?
a great pick. Ooh.
No.
No, I'm just reading to Lady's comment. Chris Pratt.
Oh.
That's just
Charles Michael
that's
Davis
just
is Martian Manhunter. He could pull it off.
Michael Jai White.
So the person I'm about to say is passed away, but he would have been a perfect Dark Side.
Yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way,
I'm sorry, his voice would have been perfect for Dark Side.
Okay, I have a perfect Martian Manhunter. Keith David.
But
He could pull it off.
No, but Nick, I'm saying in DC.
I'm just messing with you.
By the way, I still have to watch that Span animated show. I haven't watched that yet. I watched the movie. I haven't watched the animated
It's
show.
really good.
I'll check that out. I've heard fantastic things.
Mm-hmm.
But so let's do two more, and then we'll log off for the night.
Okay.
It's almost about 2 a.m. So let's.
Who would you? I want to do someone who, like a little bit non-standard, because we've kind of played this game a lot. So, trying to think of someone.
A really. Who would you cast as Huntress?
Helena Wayne or Helena Bertinelli?
Bertinelli.
Bertinelli.
Ooh.
Has to be someone in like their 20s or 30s.
And by the way, Nick, I'll compromise on Mark Hamill being Batman with the Batman who laughs.
Too easy.
That is genius.
Thank you. There you go. He's still playing Batman. Just a sadistic version of Batman. He just plays Joker, except a little more gravelly Joker.
Andy Serkis as a Mad Hatter.
Ooh.
Yes. Or Andy Serkis as the Joker.
Andy Serkis as Desaad.
I'm sorry. Mark Hamill will always be the best Joker to me. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, Andy Serkis as Desaad. My master. I know it's a really bad impersonation of Gollum. Just bear with me.
Everyone has a Gollum impression, and they all suck.
Yeah, I know.
My precious!
No, I know.
Come to me, my hobbits. The Black Gate approaches.
Yeah, is that Desaad? Is that Desaad?
No.
Nick, my eyes.
I mean, if we're going like the Desaad in Justice League had a lot more deeper, menacing voice.
Mm-hmm. Just rewatch the intro again. Sorry, he was rewatching the intro I made for him.
Hold on,
Nick, my eyes. That was so good.
You need to get this clip. It's from the SpongeBob movie.
I'm gonna clip it. I'm clipping it.
My eyes.
Now, how about Jen Taylor? Who would Jen Taylor play? And she was the voice of Cortana in Halo.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Gideon, the AI.
No, we're not going with AIs, Nick. That's the obvious choice.
Shira Hall, Hawk Girl.
No.
If we're doing animated,
Also, no, she did play Salem in Ruby. So
Hippolyta.
Too meek. She won't get.
No, she plays Cersei. She plays Cersei.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
And Lacey Charbet is Cheetah.
Who's Lacey Charbet?
You don't know.
Zatanna, Young Justice.
Oh, okay. Sorry. This is I know who these people are as Young Cheetah. That works.
Actually, wait, do you think Lacey could play Huntress?
She could pull it off. Similar
Who would you
aesthetic.
as an animated Huntress? You can't pick Connor Leslie.
Tara Strong.
What about what's the woman who played Major Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell?
I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember right now.
I'm looking it up.
And Nick swore, so I'm gonna say the clip this time. Language. Be careful, Nick.
Far enough in this. Let's see. I guess Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, I guess is the name of the actress.
I'll see him, Master Sergeant. See you next week. So Megan Ori. So let me check that out real quick. Who has she played? Because I feel like I've heard her. So Little Red Riding Hood. Excuse me. She was in Dead Rising, Watchtower. She was in. Let me see. I'm trying to. She was Smallville. Megan Calder in Smallville. Let me see. She was
Elizabeth Maxwell is the woman I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm. She was Sally in Supernatural. Interesting. That would work.
So Elizabeth Maxwell was. Let's see here. Oh, she played Urabursa in Breath of the Wild. And then she played obviously.
And by the way, so as we wrap up, there's one thing that I have to plug.
Oh,
interesting.
Nick was plugging his. I have the pencils for a new character.
Oh,
this is the first time I'm showing this on stream, so I thought that you guys deserved it. All right, this is for the character known as Achilles. Behold, Achilles.
Nice. Is he a heel?
No, he's based a lot off of like 300 Spartans, and hence the sword, shield, and spear. And he kind of has like an A on his chest. He's got the sword, and we based him a lot off of like sort of Ares. In fact, we wanted his like call sign to be Ares originally, but I figured because there's also a DC Comics character named Ares, I might as well just.
So
do that
when your comic gets a live action adaptation, you want Gerard Butler to play him.
Oh hell yes! If I could, yes. Oh yes. And by the way, in terms of who would play my characters, if I could pick, and by the way, Chloe Grace Moretz would play Screecher. I'm sorry, that's the way I see it, Nick. Who would you pick Screecher?
Actually, I have a different one.
Is it Anna Taylor-Joy?
Maybe, but no.
But I will say, animated, Laura Bailey would play Athena in terms of my comic. Mm-hmm.
There's two actresses that I would. There is McKenna Grace.
Okay.
From Young Sheldon and then also Ghostbusters Afterlife. And then there is also Kieran Shipka.
From?
New Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Okay, I don't watch that show, so there you go.
She's a hell of an actress, and basically it's either McKenna Grace or Kieran and Shipka would play Screecher. Those are my two picks.
Okay, in terms of live action, in terms of animated, okay, Laura Bailey would play Athena. I just love her voice, in particular when she does like tough girls to tough women warriors, and then Troy Baker would play Atlas.
Okay, who would you see here? I'm trying to think.
And then in terms of for Achilles, honestly, Travis Wellingham as Achilles, because That's basically what the character is. He's a wrecking ball.
Okay.
I'm going through a lot of the Critical Role people because I'm watching a lot Legend of Vox Machina right now.
So for me, so
Ooh,
for tournament,
but there's only one person that could possibly play Mara, and I'll give you a hint. Where are my dragons?
yes. For Turn Samurai,
Yeah.
Kiro would probably be played by either Yoshi Sadaro, which if you're a Power Ranger fan, everyone's saying yes.
Yeah, so I was about to say that's who I could see playing Hero.
There are some Japanese actors that like I might want to play. Like basically, the guy who played Kamen Rider Deno would also be a good pick, and then Tyler, like just pick a blonde actress.
And then in terms of live action, okay, so my character would be played by Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot. I'm just kidding. In terms of directed by Zack Snyder, I'm not kidding about that. If I could pick the director, I'd want Zack Snyder. In terms of live action, who would play my characters? Probably for Athena. In terms of like a warrior, honestly, I could see Where Are My Dragons playing Athena to a degree.
You're thinking of Amelia Clark.
Amelia Clark. For some reason, her name was like out of my head right now. And in terms of like Atlas, I could see probably honestly, I could see like Sebastian Stan playing him.
Yeah. So for Turn Samurai, Tyler would be played by Peyton List.
Mm-hmm.
You might know her from Cobra Kai.
Do or Die. Oh yeah, wait, that show died because it's ending.
It's having a natural conclusion. It got 6 seasons.
It's dying of natural causes. It's still dying.
It's ending. Okay, that's a little disingenuous. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding, Nick. You take this stuff way
It's
too
getting
seriously.
6 seasons.
I said natural causes. I just love to mess with you, Nick.
One of these days, I am going to sit you down, strap you down, and I'm going to force you to watch Cobra Kai.
And then I'm gonna go, okay, where's my ejector seat?
One of these days we're gonna make a bet or something to where if you lose, you have to watch the first
bet
season
is
of Cobra
going
Kai.
to be, if I lose a bet, the bet is going to be when I'm streaming, I have to put my name as Jared from Comics League Wonder Bat for like a month.
No. At some point we're gonna make a bet where you have to watch the first season of Cobra Kai.
John Fu as Karate Kid DC. All right.
Okay, actually, let's play this out. So let's make a hypothetical. Let's pretend we made a bet for something. I said what you would do if I win, but what would I do if you won? This is hypothetical, by the way. This is hypothetical.
You have to spend first thing you have to do. You have to spend a month promoting Super Wonder, even on your social media, and you have to tag me in it. Second off, you're gonna hate me for this. You have to take my intro that I made for you and make it your channel intro for a month.
What you have to do is for a whole month, for every CLD, you're gonna wear a T-shirt that has Batman and Wonder Woman kissing, and it's gonna say Wonder Bat.
Oh, it's in the washing machine this week.
Is that it?
Then that triggers the contingency clause where
contingency clause. You are like Batman.
I have contingencies for contingencies.
What's a contingency clause, Nick?
Basically, you have to do a half an hour video explaining why Wonder Bat is the best ship ever and post it onto your channel.
I'll make that for April Fool's. If April Fool's is ever on a Monday when I upload my general videos, I'll do that. And then at the end of it, I'll just put, just kidding, April Fool's.
Everyone's
Remember,
JJheat, so confused.
When we make a bet and if you lose, you have to spend whenever I talk about Super Wonder, you have to do the Wonder Bat song, but Super Wonder.
Super Wonder. Like that.
And Taladia, you have to figure out a way to fit the Gotham Knights show into every conversation we have on stream.
Okay. Super Wonder. The ship that'll
tough,
never
isn't it?
be. Super Wonder. It leads to tyranny.
And no, you have to actually act like you like it. You can't. No jokes. And by the way, Nick, on April Fools, next year you have to upload a video. I'm doing a challenge talking about why Batgirl and Nightwing is better than Starfire and Nightwing. You can say April Fools at the end. That's fine. You just have to do it. If I'm doing Wonder Bat, you have to do it for the ship that I like more. Do we have an agreement?
I think
You have yourself a deal, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
So, all right, we have our content for April Fools of next year. There you go.
But we are literally planning out a year ahead.
Yeah, because trust me, in our defense, we planned last April Fools like 6 months in advance, and then we just kept adding to it. I'm not in this bet. Yes, you are. If you lose a bet from us, you have to fit Gotham Knights, the show, into every conversation on the. You have to somehow mention it once per stream about why you think it's the greatest show for DC. And Tevia, you have to go an entire stream without mentioning John Kent.
Hey, are there any other Ask Me Anything questions we can answer?
Unless any of you guys have any in the chat, no. I'm checking right now.
So, Jared, is there anything you want to ask us?
Okay, that's fine. And then we'll log off because this is really long.
Each of us gets one Ask Me Anything question.
Actually, you know what? You guys can add. Nick, you can start with me. Do you have anything you want to ask me?
No, JJheat goes first.
All right, JJheat.
Okay. I'm kind of deciding between why you hate Lois Lane so much, or what you
did a whole
I did a
entire video on that.
I did a video about that actually, so I can refer you to my video. That's actually got a lot of views.
Okay. Next to Lois Lane, what's your second most hated character?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. I got a lot. Probably. What's another really annoying character that I think is like one of the biggest sins of DC besides current John Kent? Probably, if I have to pick one that I think is like one of the most annoying characters of all time is, I don't know. Let me see here. Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Captain Marvel. There you go. I don't need an explanation.
Do with this? Oh, you mean Captain Karen?
I mean Captain. Oh yeah, it's true. Captain Karen. That's another. Well, because she's just so smug all the time. Like, shut up. All right. JJheat, what's one project besides Marvel that you cannot find any positivity for? One project besides Marvel.
Oh,
Monkey King is an annoying character, says Brown Destroyer. And yes, I agree with you on that one. It's a stupid character. But go on, Nick.
I wouldn't call him obnoxious or irredeemable. It's just.
But what's one project, JJheat, that I'm lost on this bet? No, you're still doing it. So what would you say, Nick? What would you say, JJheat, again? Is the one thing that you can't defend?
Okay, Marvel is pretty atrocious. So okay,
that's why I got you. You didn't even read it.
But I would have to say Ultimatum. Or
that's the next comic you're going to review.
Okay, it was a pure gorge slaughterfest. What's there to talk about?
The Blue Beetle trailer was super great. Hot takes, and we're wrapping up. But
what's up, hot takes?
Here's my question for both of you.
Oh, and by the way, so what this is, Taladia, is that if we ever make a bet, we're picking consequences preemptively for the loser.
We're just having fun. This is CLD.
All right, so Nick, what's a question you got for me?
This is a question for both you and JJheat.
Okay.
What is a movie, video game, TV show, or comic? You can do any combination of those that you love that no one in a million years would guess you love. Like, for example, here's an example. Like, give me an example of what I'm trying to say. For me, I love Downton Abbey. Like the show. That's exactly what I mean. No one in their right mind would ever think that I like Downton Abbey, but I do, and I could go on about the characters that I like and whatnot.
All
but
right.
that's an example of what I mean. Is something so out of left field that no one would ever think that you would like it. And it
All
could
right,
be
in
a
terms of
combination
comics, I like Heroes in Crisis. I said it. There you go. In terms of TV shows,
it has to be like out of left field that like no one would ever think you'd like. Something like
iCarly?
for example. Yeah, that works.
I like iCarly. There you go. In terms of movies, I thought. Let me see. You already know I like Green Lantern, so there you go.
Yeah, but that's not out of left field.
No, I know. I'm trying to pick what's the most out of left field thing that I like.
While you're thinking, JHeat, what's your answer?
That's a hard one because I'm an open book. But if I had to think of something outlandish that I liked was I'm a big anime fan. So Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto.
That's not really out of left field.
I got it.
Like people.
I like the Hot Wheels movies from the early 2000s, the CG ones.
They
were okay.
Those were dope.
Like it has to be something that like none of the people here would guess, kind of thing. Like for example, me saying I'm a Downton Abbey fan. No one in a million years would guess that I'm a Downton Abbey fan.
Oh, and I have a question for you, Nick.
Okay.
What's one comic that you think is irredeemable, not Marvel? You can't say Marvel.
Oh,
there are a lot of bad comics out there.
I'm gonna shift this into video game territory.
All right, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
Cubics Robot Racing.
Oh God, I remember that one.
That game is so it is so bad. Like
I thought you were gonna say Superman.
That game is it's. I mean, it's bad, but it's entertainingly bad. Mm-hmm. This one is it's like you the way you it's like from a top down perspective. You push up to go. It's just like the most it's just so bad. I literally beat all the races. They were so easy in like in half an hour, and you got like some no name character. That like everyone has like that one game that like from when they were younger. That like that game was so bad. For me, it's Cubics Robot Racing.
Brown Destroyer makes a good point. Every Captain Marvel character comic since 2014.
Yes. Now, what's all right? And all right. So JHeat, I think it's oh wait, he already asked us a question. So I guess we're done. I've actually heard something. Yeah.
Okay, this is a question that we're all going to answer. What is your biggest guilty pleasure? Like, what is one anime that you like that you're afraid to actually admit to liking? And I'm going to start.
Can we expand that to just animation in general? Because the only anime I've watched fully is Attack on Titan.
Okay, animation or anime. It's basically something that you like that you're embarrassed to admit you like. I'm not really embarrassed, but I am more afraid to advertise it. Actually, just give me a second. I'm going to go grab the DVD.
Of course you are. But let me think.
Yeah.
I gotta think. That's a good question, honestly.
That's a great question.
Nick has been asking some solid questions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. So the anime that I'm afraid, like, actually, like,
wait, is that Oh,
it is. Please, teacher. I legitimately love this anime.
What anime is that? I've never seen that.
Dude, do not watch this anime with other people.
It's actually really good. It's really good.
Is it one of those not safe for work animes?
Actually, no.
No, believe it or not.
It's actually like content wise. There's no nudity. There's risque scenes. It's all suggestive.
It's all suggestive, but honestly, it's a good watch. It's a good watch.
Let
me just kind of show you just like the pictures from the back, like
yeah.
So basically it's a story about the story about a young kid named Kei Kusanagi. He basically has these things where like his body goes into a state of suspended animation, and previous to the start of the show he had been in one for 3 years. So technically he's 18, but his body and his mind is like he's 15. I mean, you know. And so this alien comes to Earth, and she becomes his homeroom teacher, and she finds out that that he's an alien, and through some shenanigans, he's forced to marry her. So he marries his teacher, and it's kind of like I'm sorry, I'm doing this thing a total disservice. It's basically like a love story in reverse. Like, I'm telling you, this has like the most satisfying ending ever. Like if you actually get into the series and watch it till the end, and like you're watching like the end credits, and you just leave it feeling so happy and so like fulfilled. You're just so happy for the characters and whatnot. Because it's like a love story in reverse. They get married, then they fall in love. God, I feel like such a perv right now.
Hey, you're saying it, not us, Nick.
But
this officer, this is the guy.
JJheat, was I pretty accurate with my assessment?
That was pretty solid. That was pretty solid. Not gonna lie, that was a pretty solid description.
The sequel sucks though. The
god awful. Oh god awful.
It has almost nothing to do with the original story. It's basically an original anime, like literally set in the same area. Like some of the characters show up, like Mizuho, the teacher. She's like a prominent background character, you know. But like, it's a whole totally just separate thing.
Yeah, that's about right.
What's your guilty pleasure anime?
I don't have that many guilty pleasures. I'm very open about what I watch.
My guilty pleasure, hold on. I actually have to think.
We haven't really talked about our taste in anime here. So as while he's saying that, I'll talk about some of the anime that I like. So I'm more of an anime dabbler. Like, I'm not really fully, I don't really consider myself a full-on anime fan, but I do like anime. Some of my favorites are Ghost in the Shell, Gundam Wing, Dot Hack Signs, probably like right up there for my favorites. Some recent anime that I've liked is Rising of the Shield Hero. That's really good. I recently got into Uncle from Another World. That is an amazing anime. I freaking love it, especially if you're like a Sega fan. Oh, it's great. That was good. I recently watched episode 13. Chef kiss. Futo PI, you know, I got to mention that as a Kamen Rider fan. That's a great anime. JJheat, have you seen Futo PI?
I've heard of it. I have heard of it.
It's a continuation of Kamen Rider Double, but you don't need to have seen the series to watch it. I highly recommend it, especially if you want to get an idea of what Kamen Rider is.
I'm going to this, Nick. I have no guilty pleasure because I'm open with, I watch this. Maybe like the Carmen Sandiego animated show on Netflix, but besides that, it's like, no. I'll give you a show that I like that everyone seems to hate is Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Oh, you'll be tarred and feathered in no time.
Yeah. Definitely.
I still like the early 2000s version better, but I don't think it's bad.
You guys want a hot take that will get me flayed? And
then we're done. Yeah.
Of the sequel trilogy, I think The Last Jedi is the least worst.
No.
Anyway.
Actually, wait. Hang on. Before we log off, I have to play this. Hang on. Where's that clip? Where is it? Here it is.
That's crossing the line.
All right. So we're going to go around. Nick, what have you got coming out in the channel?
Well, on Sunday, I'll be live streaming my reaction to talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie. I'll have a bunch of other people joining us. Unfortunately, Jared is chosen to be a responsible adult, and he will not be joining us. And then next Wednesday, you'll have the return of the Super Split Screen Brothers. And then I'm also be on his channel for the Justice League rewatch. And once we finish season 1, we'll be getting on to season 2 of Justice League, as well as season 2 of Avatar. I cannot wait to get back to Avatar because, like, season 2 of Avatar is when it gets really good. Like, you are going to love Toph. You're going to love Azula. You're going to love so much stuff about season 2. I'm telling you, brother.
Awesome. JJheat.
more World Tour playthroughs. I'm actually planning a collab with Pika in the future, so get excited for that. Also, my guilty pleasure was Eureka. It's an old battle mecha anime from, I believe, the early 2000s, late 90s. The sequel, Eureka AOs, just sucked. It was god awful. But
is that similar to Eureka 7?
Yes, Eureka 7.
Okay.
In terms of for me, I have on Monday, I'm coming out with a video about why I like Heroes in Crisis. Either that or actually, you know what? Yeah, screw it. On Monday, I'm coming out with a video about why I like the Heroes in Crisis storyline. Wednesday, I'm talking about Sheriff of Babylon Part 2, or I'm having a guest on. I have to reach out to him. It's a guest that Nick hooked me up with, so I'll reach out to him at some point this weekend and see if he's interested. If not, I'll be covering Sheriff of Babylon. Or if he is, the week after, I'll be covering Sheriff of Babylon. And obviously, tomorrow we're talking about the Spawn movie, so that's 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
And then what's going to happen after that is that it's going to be, I believe, Taladia's pick and then my pick. And then my pick. So essentially what happens is that because March was pretty much in Nick's month, I get one additional pick in addition to the DC AU. And we're watching Halo Legends, the anime collection for Halo.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
I mean,
it's not the Halo series, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say it could be worse. You could be watching Master Cheeks.
I would not do that. But
okay, well now I know what I'm assigning you for next April Fools.
Oh, that'll be great. Oh my gosh. But
I should have done it this
what
time
a
around,
fantastic show. Oh my gosh, we really don't want to see action in a show called Halo, right? So anyway, and it totally makes sense that an emotionless robot would all of a sudden fall for a human that fell out of a Covenant ship that he just met. But besides that, going on, are you high, to quote Taladia? I mean, Tevia, but
not high enough.
Yeah, exactly. But
may the force be with you. Wonder Bat.
Everyone stay heroic, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.
Wonder Bat is canon.
Yeah, except really what's
Bat.
interesting about Wonder Bat is that it's not canon because no one cares about that.
Wonder Bat.